Hi, my name is Paul Pasulka, Ivy Masters Learning Center and IvyMasters.com. Today we're going to look at Test 3, Section 3, number 15, which reads, the equation above shows how the temperature F, measured in degrees Fahrenheit, relates to the temperature C, measured in degrees Celsius. Based on the equation, which of the following must be true? And of course up here you got your equation. Roman numeral 1. A temperature increase of 1 degree Fahrenheit is equivalent to a temperature increase of 5/9 degrees Celsius. What we see here, it's a little bit of a complicated strategy, but if you see a change affecting an outcome, then what you want to do is you pick a number, work through the equation, and then you pick another number and work through the problem again. So, what's the change here with Roman numeral 1? The change is 1 degree Fahrenheit. What outcome is that affecting? It's affecting your degrees Celsius. It's important that you pick easy numbers so you don't drive yourself bananas. So let's make our F here equal to 32. And then in the equation, now it's going to read C equals 5/9 times 32 minus 32. And you get C equals 5/9 times 0. And you get that your Celsius there is 0. Now I'm going to circle these together. When your Fahrenheit is 32, your Celsius is 0. So now what I have to do is I have to pay attention to the change that's going on in the problem. It says that you have a temperature increase of 1 degree Fahrenheit. So now my new Fahrenheit has to be 33 degrees. That's a temperature increase of 1 degree Fahrenheit. Then I plug back into the equation. C equals 5/9. And then you've got 33 minus 32. And you got C equals 5/9 of 1, which is simply 5/9. I circle those together. Now, did my temperature increase of 1 degree Fahrenheit result in an equivalent temperature increase of 5/9 degrees Celsius? Yes, it did. Roman numeral 2 is true. Give it the check mark, eliminate B and C. Since Roman numeral 1 is true, it has to be among the answer choices. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase this for now, but what I am going to put back up there is that Fahrenheit equals 32, Celsius equals 0. Well, actually, maybe I'll leave that one right there. Okay, so Roman numeral 2, the temperature increase, and remember B and C are gone here, temperature increase of 1 degree Celsius is equivalent to a temperature increase of 1.8 degrees Fahrenheit. So in order to test this one out, if you notice in the original equation, Celsius is not isolated. It's going to be a pain in the butt to adjust Celsius and then figure out Fahrenheit. So what I suggest you do instead is you adjust Fahrenheit. We're going to increase Fahrenheit 1.8 degrees and then see if it's the equivalent increase of 1 degree Celsius. So if your Fahrenheit is increased by 1.8 degrees, now your Fahrenheit, now your Fahrenheit is going to be 33.8 degrees. Okay? So if we plug that into the equation, now we've got C equals 5/9. Then we've got 33.8 minus 32. And C equals 5/9. And then 1.8 right there. And now you're mixing decimals and fractions, and you have to ask yourself, hey, what's easier to work with, decimals or fractions? Well, I think that decimals are probably a little bit more difficult to work with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert this decimal into a fraction. What would it be as a fraction? It would actually be 1 and 8 over 10. 1.8, 1 and 8/10, sometimes you would say that. Now, if we reduce that, what would it be? It would be 1 4/5. Okay, So what about if I converted that to an improper fraction? If you remember, you multiply 5 times 1, you get 5, plus 4, and you get 9. So as an improper fraction, this would be 9 over 5. And if you multiply those, you'd multiply straight like this. You get 45 over 45. But what you should always do when you're multiplying fractions is reduce. 9 reduces, the 5s reduce, and you get 1. 45 over 45 is 1 anyway. So your C winds up equaling 1. So notice what happened. When your Fahrenheit increased 1.8 degrees, your Celsius increased 1 degree. So it was Roman numeral 1, true or false. When Celsius increases 1 degree, Fahrenheit increases 1.8 degrees. It's exactly what it's saying. Roman numeral 2 is true. Your correct answer is D. Thank you for joining us today. If you like this video, click like. You can share it with someone who has troubles with this type of a crazy question. You can leave their name in the comments. Also in the comments, you could leave any question that you may have from any official SAT or PSAT or ACT, and click subscribe so you don't miss anything. Have a great day.